Well, regardless of what y'all think, I didn't find out I was doing this until about 2 or 3 minutes before church started, and that's okay. But I have a different perspective on school because I've been there the majority of my life. Whether it be Mountain Grove Elementary School and then high school, because back then we didn't have middle school, or MSU campus, back then it was SMSU, or the Drury campus, the SBU campus, or William Woods University. Not William Woods, I'm trying that again, Lincoln. I have been in school the majority of my life for one reason or the other. So I want to talk about things just a little bit differently. And parents and older people, just listen up. There's a reason why, and it just popped into my head. And this one example, actually, I thought about it a lot throughout the week, and I don't know why, but maybe this was many years ago. Our kids were still in high school. I don't remember which ones. Dell and I were very involved in the Mountain Grove Music Boosters. So if they were raising money for something, guess what? Dell and I were there. And it was a Casting Crowns concert or something. I don't know who it was, because this kind of music is new to me. I'm not saying I don't like it. I just, aside from King and Country, I really don't know who any of them are. I love them, by the way. And so we were running concessions, and Dale and I were responsible for transporting a lot of money between the north concession stand and the south concession stand, because that's just the way our arena is built. So we did that all night long with thousands and thousands of people in our arena. Somebody who is heavily involved in Christian music of a different flavor, so a totally different genre, was there. Kind of shocked me. No big deal. I mean, I like a lot of kinds of music. Whenever he got up there, and I was actually helping at the window, and I said, hello, and I got the, well, I want. Rubbed me really wrong. We're at a Christian concert. There was not a lot of love there. And so again, I said, well, how can I help you? But I guess I'm kind of surprised to see you here. I didn't really know that this was something you enjoyed. He snapped and said, you don't know me, and I want a hot dog, or whatever it was he ordered. And I looked at him and said, all righty, well, good to see the love of God. Guys, you're going to experience that at school. Don't be that person at school. Okay, I'm saying that because it's true. So where I'm going with that, John 8:44. And this can not just talk about the fact that he was snippy and rude, and I've honestly always thought he could be, and he definitely proved himself that night to be that way. It says, ye are, now this is Jesus speaking, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar, and the father of it. Why is that important, Toto? I don't understand. Let me tell you, there are going to be people out there that are, I am not saying this man is not a Christian. Please understand that's not what I'm saying. He certainly didn't show his good fruits at that time. But what I am saying is, you're going to come across a lot of people. Whether you are on a college campus, whether it's a state campus, or even a Christian campus, you're going to come across those people. Whether it's an elementary school, a middle school, a high school, whether it's a restaurant, whether you're going to a banana ball game. The guy sitting behind me last night, at one point I just turned around and looked at him, and he stopped using the foul language that was constantly coming out of his mouth, and I even told Leah, this man's driving me nuts, and I'm about ready to say something. After I looked at him, I think he kind of got the picture, and he kind of calmed his words down. But you have got, no matter what happens, you have got to be that person that stands up for Christ. You are mandated to do so. And the cool thing is, he's worthy of it. So I wanted to say that. I wanted to say you're going to come across the things that, you know, seem pretty cool because everybody else is doing it. Well, everybody else is, so why can't I? I can go to that party, yeah, whatever. I'm just saying you're going to come across it, and it's going to happen. But be strong. Okay, so the next place I want to go to is Colossians 3:16, and y'all might be thinking, how does this all connect? Hang tight, I'll get there. 3:16. Colossians, by the way. Let the word of Christ dwell in you richly in all wisdom, teaching and admonishing one another in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing with grace in your hearts to the Lord. Now, this music that we did tonight, my favorite is Southern Gospel, y'all know that. But there is merit, there is value. There is merit and value in every single solitary life, from the time of conception to the time of death. And it says right here, let the word of Christ dwell in you richly in all wisdom, teaching and admonishing one another in hymns and psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing with grace in your heart to the Lord. There is merit in it.
Song in your heart.
That's right. So when you're facing something, and this is not just the kids, it's also the people that go to work. I know Bobby is sometimes in a really rough situation at work. I know there are times that working for the government, Jackie really wants to probably punch somebody. Am I right, Jackie? Yeah. But we can't do that. We can't do that. We have got to show the love of Christ in everything that we do. And honestly, in school, it's really hard sometimes, isn't it, Remington? It is really hard. As a teacher, I was able to watch and see kids, and I thought, oh my word, you are so not ever coming to my house. And sometimes those kids would end up in my house. And God let me love them because they needed love too, and they need somebody to show them that. But don't get entangled in their wrongdoing and in their sin. Okay, so now let's go to 1 Timothy 4:12. 1 Timothy 4:12. And this is the first thing that popped up when Sassy said, do you want to speak? And I was like, oh, hey, Lord, help. You know, and so this is what I found. Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers. Oh, wait a minute. Be an example? You going to be a good one or a bad one? Here it says an example of the believers, so that means you need to be a good one. So let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word, in conversation. Ooh, looky there. Everything he's saying good. Interesting. In charity. That means your kindness. Interesting. In spirit. Ooh. In faith and in purity. Every single step you take should be for Jesus. Right? Am I right, Leona? Just say yes, she'll tell you right. And she was yawning, and I caught her there. Every single thing you do. Because let me tell you something, as you grow older and you get older and you grow up and have a family of your own, I bet you anything Grace and Katie are going to tell you, there have been times they're like, I don't know what to do. Dale and I, our kids are raised, and there have been times we were like, holy cow, what in the world are we going to do? And our kids are adults, but sometimes we still think, oh my gosh, what in the world, how do we need to handle this? What do we need to do? That is life as a Christian. That is life as anyone. Things are rough for some people right now. It's scary going into a new school year. I'm telling you, Bobby's nervous going into a new school year. I'm nervous going into a new school year because now I'm a private teacher, and instead of a public school teacher. Where anything you go into, there's a little bit of fear. But we can overcome it with Christ. I'm done. And next up,